couple rules before we get started. These meetings are televised, so we'd ask you to please approach the podium, let us know who you are and which business you're representing. And if you've got plans, you can lay them out the table right next to the podium. And if you haven't already done so, we'd please ask you to turn off your cell phones. So we've got kind of a long agenda tonight, but I think it'll move pretty quick. So why don't we get started with the first application, which is OD Outside Dining 13-04, and it's the application at Chipotle Mexican Grill at 323 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, which is down at the old Acme Center. And, sir, and actually, before we get started with your application, and this is just general information for the other restaurants represented here tonight, Anthony's, Cozy's and Ella's. Just there's a couple rules to the outside dining that were changed in April compared to last year. So I'm just going to go over them with you. Actually, to your advantage, the season runs longer now than it did before. So you can put your tables and stuff out as early as March 1st, and you can go as late as November 30th. And your hours of operation are from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. So that's been expanded also. You're not allowed to advertise outside dining, so you can't use signs to advertise outside dining. You're allowed to use heaters. And if you use a heater, you're going to have to come before the township, talk to Bill, or talk to Larry in the health department. The heaters will have to get approved, the location and the type of heat you're going to use. And also, if you have cushioned or upholstered chairs, that's also going to have to come before Bill or Larry for approval. They're just fire hazards. You're going to have to supply extra trash cans. You probably will do anyway. There is a rule where you're only allowed to have maximum 25% of your interior seating outside. So if you have 100 seats inside, you're allowed to go as high as 25 outside, and your limit is 50 seats entirely outside. So that's your max. And if you get approved by our board, which I hope you do, you'll also have to go to the township and apply for a permit to actually go outside, so that this isn't your last stop. So you have one other stop, see Bill or Peggy for a permit to go outside. So, okay, so once again, you're from Chipotle, and your name, sir?
Yes, I'm Matthew Piltz. I represent Chipotle Mexican Grill, like you said, on 323 Lancaster Avenue. I'm here to request an outside dining permit.
Okay, great. So what we basically look for is the type of material you're going to use.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe you just can kind of walk us through.
Okay, so we'll have stainless steel tables, which and then the chairs will also be made of metal as well. They're aluminum.
Okay.
And then the umbrellas we have they have the aluminum mast, and then the top part is a different material.
Okay, so you're not allowed to have any advertising on your umbrellas?
No, absolutely not. They're
okay.
completely just colored red.
Okay, great.
That's all they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, nothing is on them. I have a blueprint of exactly where everything's supposed to go in regards to the seating. We were approved for 12 seats and 4 tables and 3 umbrellas, which I have the layout also in front of me as well, along with the pictures. And questions?
I think your location's a little different than Anthony's and some of the others. You guys are kind of not under the overhang, correct?
No, we were completely out in the open.
You're completely out in the
Yes,
open?
I have pictures if you'd like to reference them. But no, we're completely out in the open, and we have the barrier, the gate that runs around where the seating will be. Mm-hmm. And then the 2 entrances to the store are on opposite sides of where the seating will be, so they won't be obstructed at all. Okay. And then we have a spot against the wall of the store where we will be placing a new trash can with an overhang and a cover and everything.
Just out of curiosity, you have 4 tables but 3 umbrellas.
Yes.
Why?
That's just the look they want, just so they can cover basically all of the tables.
Okay.
They'll be big enough that
it will be big enough.
Yes,
okay.
They will be big enough that they can
good.
cover all 4 tables.
Okay.
If placed in the correct positions.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, you need to. That's another one of the little things in the code there. you
Yes.
need to provide shade for the
Yes,
tables.
and because of how there's two tables that'll seat 4 people, and then 2 tables that'll seat that'll be able to seat a couple chairs, and that's how it'll work. The big umbrella will be able to cover the 2 smaller chairs, and then the 2 big ones will be able to cover the big tables. That is in there.
Okay. You guys happy with the materials they're
Yes.
using? Brian?
I was just curious
tables and-
the weight of those tables, because they have to be heavy enough so they don't blow over or
Right.
fall over. I think it says 27 pounds.
Yeah. You okay, Brian?
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Okay.
It looks
All right,
good.
Tony? Okay. All right. Any questions for the board?
No, thank you, sir. You went over everything that I needed to know, so I
Okay.
appreciate all your help.
Cindy?
Do you want a motion?
Please.
Oh,
Thanks.
in the matter of OD 1304, Chipotle Mexican Grill at 323 East Lancaster Avenue for outdoor dining, I move that we accept the plan as proposed.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, next is OD 13-05, the application of Anthony's Cold Fired Pizza at 321 East Lancaster Avenue, again for outside dining. Hi there. Good.
My name is Anthony Sandstrom with Anthony's Coal Fired Pizza, East Lancaster Ave, Wayne, Pennsylvania. We are also requesting outside dining as well.
Okay. So Anthony's is named after you, huh?
That's
I
convenient.
can tell everyone that,
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's dinner time and we're all hungry.
We'll go get some slices right after this.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Glad you enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Anthony, want to walk us through there? Show us what you're proposing?
Sure. On our outside patio, we had a fire pit that we took out, and we are reversing a door, as you can see right in this picture. The door comes outward. We're going to reverse it inward to give us ample space. We are requesting 3 tables, 4 chairs each. That'll give us 12 chairs out there.
Okay.
Is that door just an emergency exit? Or
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. We have a front entrance door,
Yes.
and that's just a secondary door.
Will you be able to
an
use it for
exit.
serving out there or not bother?
As in,
Would you, for the wait staff? Will
Yes,
they use it to go in and out?
absolutely. Yeah,
But
go in and
client,
out.
but your customers wouldn't?
no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, got it.
Does that door have an exit sign and
Yes.
illuminate? It does. I think by code, they have to swing out. It's not a design review board issue,
Right.
but you may run into trouble with that.
Okay.
Okay. Bill, should the township look into that?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, you guys will check that out?
Yes, yeah. Before we issue the actual permit, we'll do an inspection
Okay,
to
good.
verify the tables and the egress path is correct.
Okay, great. Okay, Anthony, up, and type of materials you're going to use on the tables and chairs and stuff?
That is a picture of the tables there. It's a 30-inch by 42 rectangular top cast iron table. We have them in some of our other locations. I think it's a pretty standard size table. It is heavy enough to
Yeah.
withstand any.
It's a good spot. I'm glad you're going to be able to have I mean, I thought that was coming.
Very excited.
Yes.
And a lot of our customers are very excited as well that this could be an opportunity for them to enjoy some of the nice weather, so.
Bob, I haven't read the ordinance, but is there a distinction between table service, waitress service, or waiter service and takeaway service? Like, do you take products away from the store and then take them outside and eat them, or do you?
No, it would be for table service.
Table service.
Yes.
There's no distinction.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any, but I guess with Chipotle, I guess that's more of a get it, and maybe they'll go outside and eat it, but, or cozies, yeah. But no, I didn't think there's any
Right.
distinction between the two, so. Okay, and I guess, Anthony, you won't need umbrellas naturally because you're under the overhang. so-
Right,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for Anthony or
I think it looks good.
Lisa, you all right?
Hope to see you out there.
Good. Lisa, you want to make an approval on that?
Sure. And
Matter of OD-13-05 for outdoor seating for Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza. I move that we approve the demonstrated seating that we provided.
We just want to put something in about that door.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Radnor Township will double-check to make sure that the door is
Yes, ma'am.
appropriately, I guess, swinging in either direction, however it's supposed to be positioned.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Anthony, appreciate it. All right, next is OD 13-06, the application of Cozy's at 223 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, again for the outside dining, and this is within the Wayne Business Overlay District. Hi there.
Hi, Tony Palagano. Applying 5 years ago, we got approved for outdoor seating. It came to our attention by you guys a couple weeks ago that we wrote down the wrong material or something.
Okay,
So I guess I'm reapplying. Here's the seating chart. We're doing 4 tables that have 4 seats each, and then 2 tables with 2 seats each. And the tables are concrete sand color, and all 6 tables have umbrellas.
and no advertising on the umbrellas?
Nope, all
Okay.
straight green.
Now, I understand that health inspector was out looking at the tables, and he approved the materials and all, so.
Yeah, on the original application 5 years ago, I think we wrote down metal, and then we changed our view and went and upgraded to concrete, so.
Okay.
There's no way they're blowing over. Sat
They're
there,
not blowing
they're very
over,
stable.
no.
How many seats do you have inside?
Oh, God.
Well,
I think our capacity is about 93. I got the blueprints at the office.
So
Yeah.
80 is our magic number
right.
with the 25%
Yep.
rule, so, okay, good. Okay, so 6 umbrellas for 6 tables. Okay,
Good.
all right. Anything else you need to let us know?
Nope.
No? Okay, all right. Plenty of room for the patrons to get in and out?
Oh, yeah, like I said, it's been that way for 5 years.
Right, right.
And nothing's moving, so.
Okay. These certainly aren't moving in?
No.
No, okay. All right. Any questions for the board or anything? or-
Nope.
Okay. Tony, you want to make that approval, please?
Sure. In reference to Design Review Board, OD-13-06, for Cozy, 223 East Lancaster Avenue, I recommend it be approved as submitted.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Okay, good to see you again. Yeah. Next is OD 13-07, the application of Ella's American Bistro at 214 Sugartown Road in Wayne, again for outside dining. Hello there.
Good evening.
How are you?
My name is Dave McManus. I'm here on behalf of the Devon Square Shopping Center and Carnuntum Associates, and Cordy Wetherill is here on behalf of Ella's. And we're requesting the ability to do outdoor dining at Ella's Bistro.
Great. You know what,
And,
you want to put those on the table?
Yeah, I was just going to lay those
Little,
out.
little free advertising that way. Oh, you got them. Okay, good.
And these pictures show the area where it's intended. It's actually between, what is that? Okay. There we go. It's actually in this area between the 2 sidewalks in front of Ella's. That we intend to construct a patio of 327 square feet plus or minus. And we had submitted a grading permit to the township that I just learned is working its way through the process. And one of the issues that has come up on the grading permit is impervious coverage. And as a result, we had proposed flagstone floor to the patio, which will probably switch to a pervious paver manufactured by E.P. Henry, but that's something that we'll work out with the engineering department. So if, we'll get into the specifics with regard to the layout and the furniture. The layout, from the street, you'll see brick that matches the existing brick on the columns at the shopping center. So it'll coordinate, and there'll be a black wrought iron-like fence on top of the patio to separate it and protect the public around the edge. Cordy, do you want to get into the furniture?
Yes, the furniture is being purchased from Singer, all-American with non-American made.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rutherford, can you just get closer to the mic? Thanks.
Can you hear me now?
Thanks, that's better.
I'm deaf, so that's, and we're going to use a Travanite-type, stone-like top for the tables. The table bases will be a sort of a dark black or gray finish. They're quite heavy because I don't want them to blow away. There will be 4 top and probably 3 or 4 two-top. The designer put too many seats in this drawing. It's for 30. We're only going to put 25 in, so we will cut the two tops back. And the umbrellas will be standard market-type market umbrellas. The color will either be white or black. We haven't figured that out yet. My wife hasn't told me. The chairs will be almost identical to the, as it's called, the American Pub in Wayne, North Wayne Avenue. They're bistro-looking chairs. They're identical to those. It's an aluminum frame that has been painted to look like bamboo. They will be brought in every night because those type of chairs tend to grow legs. The tables will probably stay out. In the winter and off-season, they will be stored off-site in a warehouse I have in Malvern. We will have heaters, but we'll talk about those when heaters are necessary.
Right.
They'll be the type that stand up that way and are probably propane-fired. The color for the chairs will be white, off-white and black.
Nice, it's going to look great.
Yeah. So there's a little grade there right now. You're going to kind of like
grades
square it
away.
off?
It grades away, and as I said, the street view will be to a landscaped area and a brick wall about 2 feet high that makes up for the grade.
So what grade are you going to come in at?
You'll enter from under the canopy.
Oh, okay, so you could walk right off the canopy there, right? It's that grade of the
Patio.
sidewalk.
The rest
Okay.
of it will be fenced off, so you
Nice.
wouldn't be able to get to it.
So basically, you almost have to go to the front door
Yes,
to enter.
Okay, good.
yes,
Right.
right. The main entry to the patio is right in front of their door.
Gotcha. So naturally, a lot of the shrubbery and all is going to go.
Well, it'll be moved out.
It's going to be, that'll all be brought out.
Yeah, it'll be moved out and then reincorporated
Okay.
into the landscape in front of the patio.
Okay.
I mean, we believe that the addition has been a pretty big enhancement to the shopping center, and what this will only take that another step further.
Right. How are you going to light that area?
There, between the parking lot lighting and the canopy lighting underneath, I think that'll be more than enough for that.
Okay.
Just like we do inside.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not proposing any electric lighting.
Brian, what do you think of this idea?
I think it'll look fine.
I think it'll really enhance the shopping area. I think it'll look great. I think you did a beautiful job inside. It's really a surprise when you get in there. You go, kind of in this strip mall, not so much, And so I think this will really be a nice addition if you resolve the
Impervious issue, right.
Yes,
right.
because I mean that's a huge issue.
I mean, there are a couple of ways we can go on that. I think we're over-parked so that we could probably lose a couple of spaces theoretically. I mean, will be a business call.
Yeah.
But if the idea of the impervious pavers works, they're relatively new, but the idea is that the water would drain
Sure.
through, would have an extra stone underneath to deal with that. hopefully that'll make, the amount of square footage we're talking about is pretty minimal. So, I mean.
You mean the
even if-
327, or just where you?
The 327
exceeding
square
over
feet.
what? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
The
huge.
overage, when you're looking at the size of the property, you're talking a minuscule
Right, it's not
amount.
huge.
Right.
No, it's a nice, I think it's a nice size with the restaurant and that corner. I like it.
The retaining wall,
Yes.
like you said, it's like 2 feet?
Yes, I think at its steep, at its, the most exposed point, it would be 2 feet, and it would have footer under it.
Okay, but you also said there's going to be a railing?
On top of
On
the 2
top of
feet,
that,
there'll be a
okay.
railing around black.
Okay,
So kids can't walk.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All right.
And,
nice
you know, I
feeling for
think
the
from an
diner,
aesthetic
too, I think,
standpoint,
yeah.
it'll look good.
Right. I know, and I was looking for it, I think it's, you have to have at least 4 feet from grade, I think is a barrier.
For the fence?
Yeah, I think
we-
so.
We'll meet
Or, I mean,
code.
in total, whether it's wall, fence combination. but
Yeah,
just-
well-
I was just looking for it, I couldn't find it.
Right,
It's-
well,
I
we'll,
saw- I
we'll
just
meet
read it
code
today.
in
Is it
all
four?
respects.
It's 4 feet.
It's 4 feet, okay.
Yeah,
So it's-
well, the wall will come up 2 feet, and then the 4-foot fence would be on top of
On-
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
That's what we would want to see.
Yeah. So everything's, looks pretty good, I guess the question is the impervious cover.
Yeah, so if possible, we would ask for the design review board's contingent approval
Right.
based on working things out with the engineering department on the impervious coverage.
How do you guys, Tony and Lisa?
No
You okay
problem
with
with
that? No problem?
I think it looks great. I think it'll be a really nice improvement. My only concern, and I think you just covered it, was just from purely a safety standpoint for kids, just because that's such a, I mean, I know how people sometimes, depending on how safe they're
Right.
not driving or whatever, but how they can whip in and out of there. So as long as the fence height
Oh, yeah.
is, just keeps kids from like running off the patio and into that
That,
access. Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
prime concern.
Right. But I think it's great.
Okay, good. And Brian, you're okay?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, okay. You guys have any other questions for our board, or you all right?
So are we?
Well, Brian, you want to make a motion? And contingent upon, okay,
Contingent upon,
approval?
The engineering approval
yeah,
on the.
contingent
on
upon,
Impervious.
in the matter of OD 13-07, Ella's American Bistro, outdoor dining and patio addition, contingent upon township engineering approval, I move that we approve it as submitted.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Okay, appreciate that. Thanks. Take care. All right, next is DRB 2013-30, the application of Asiana Garden at 232 West Wayne Avenue in Wayne for wall signage. And just a little history, and correct me if I'm wrong, and Tony, you weren't here last month. Asiana Garden was in, I guess, I'm going to say, within the last year for some signage on the building. The applicant feels that they want to advertise Thai cuisine, so they want to add to the existing sign, Thai cuisine. And last week, or last month, they were in, and Cindy helped her out coming up with a new design. We weren't real happy with the design.
Tony, do you want to see last? I have it.
You have your old packet.
have the old
there. Oh,
one?
okay. Oh, okay.
I do, actually, yeah.
Here you go, Tony.
Tony, here you go.
Oh.
So that's,
what she had
Tony,
last
that's what came in last month. And we asked the applicant to come back with a little bit better plan, and Cindy was nice enough to kind of help her out a little bit. And here we are tonight.
Good work, Cindy.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, and you?
Nice to see you again.
Thank you. And thank you, Cindy, the one
Oh,
give me this sign.
You're welcome.
daughter loved
Well,
it.
don't thank me yet.
It's very nice.
Okay. So, why don't you tell us what you've done and what you plan on doing this month with the signage?
We, you know, we love this, the design, the one to give us, and then we try to work on that. And we have two of them, another side in the front,
Yes.
front door, and this one on the southwest wing.
On, yeah,
Avenue.
West Wayne Avenue.
Do you,
Southwest
yes.
Avenue.
do you have this photograph here?
I don't
This
know.
is the front. Do you want to put this one on the table? Okay. So that's the front side facing Conestoga Road. And I would say that's your main sign,
Yes.
right, most visibility. So why don't we start with that sign? Okay, why don't you just start telling us what you're going to do there in that spot?
After we approve, we're gonna start doing that.
Okay, so right now, if we go by the building, all you have is the Asiatic Garden with the menu box. You want to add that Thai cuisine underneath?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so,
I wanted to go look at your sign before I made a suggestion to it. So I like the Asiana Garden is, as we discussed at the last meeting, really nice. And I love the plastic, the letters that you've used. On the photo, I wasn't sure. I thought it was a decal, but it's a raised plastic letter. Is that how
yeah,
you would
it's
describe
almost like
that?
cut out.
Yeah, it's
plastic
a
material.
very nice sign.
Yeah.
And I would love to see this sign really show people what your restaurant is like, not like we just slapped up another little sign. And that's part of what we talked about last time you were here, which is why I sort of made a suggestion about, doing a typeface that would be compatible with Asiana Garden and letting you do an extra sign below it to say Thai cuisine. But my thought, and I don't know where the rest of the board, how the rest of the board feels, is that Thai cuisine sign, it has to be the same material as the Asiana Garden to make it look like one sign, not like an afterthought and not, so it looks like this is your restaurant, you're advertising it, you want it to be a beautiful sign, you want it to put your best foot forward because this is what people see. Whereas if you do just a flat sign with a decal lettering on it, it's just not gonna, I don't think it will be
Okay.
as attractive.
This one, the one, I should change to the same company, the one.
The one that did the
Yes.
one that came in with this?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Is it the same company that made the Asiana Garden
No,
sign?
different one.
Pardon?
The Thai cuisine is Chinese. No, it's not the. the
You
same
didn't
one.
use these people, right?
No.
Okay. Did you use those people?
Right now, this one is same people. The
As
one,
which?
Thai cuisine.
As Thai cuisine?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's impossible. Look, if I got approved and then I go with the old one, the
Yes.
one Asian Garden.
Okay, so we could approve,
Sure.
yes, but you need to change your material.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it needs
The
to match.
same material.
It needs to match.
With the old one,
Yeah,
the same thing.
same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
And the one you give me here, 30 and 60, I think it's too big.
Oh, thank you. I think it's too big, too. I didn't want to say, I thought I'm being hard enough on you. I didn't want to, I think it's a little overwhelming. It will show without it being as large as that. So what size would you suggest that Brian or,
Yeah, that's
Anybody?
awful big, and that building sits right on the highway,
yes.
so.
It's going to be easy to see it, so I think you could take it down to,
You can
well, if
take
that's
a third
20
of it off easy.
yeah, maybe a third.
Off.
So now we would go down to like
Good.
16 inches,
Yeah,
16 inches in
and I
height.
would say the letters will probably come down to about 10 or 11, which is plenty.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it just looks like there's too much border around it, like the sign is bigger than it, the
Mhm.
material
Yeah.
of the sign
Yes.
is bigger than it needs to be.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, if you
That
came down,
different company. I'm gonna go back and ask my.
It's easier just to
Mhm.
work on the letter size and say, hey, 8-inch letters or 9-inch letters, and then go from there.
that's not a bad idea. What do you think of that? If we just say, let's make the letters this size, on Thai cuisine, make the letters this size, and then reduce the sign proportionately.
Yeah, because the Asiana Garden letters can't be more than, I don't think maybe that G is 12.
The G might be
Yeah.
12, but the rest, yeah.
Yeah,
But like the T
Well,
and
the
the
T
C,
looks like
maybe
it's
8
10.
inches or so.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to see it, even at 8
Yes.
inches. Don't
Should-
you have to drive by there every day? I mean, is that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that all right with you?
Fine with
Reducing
me.
it? Okay.
Now, do you think the sign should have any kind of border on it? Like
I-
just a flat, not a decal border?
I would like to see something that tied those two
Yes.
together, so it doesn't look like two separate signs.
Wish I could talk to the sign designer.
I guess my question is, and not to create even more work, but Would it be better just to have one sign? Just one sign that has essentially what you're doing there, but, so it's all the same material and it doesn't look like you're trying to piece it together? I think, keep the, that's,
You see, the little side here is very small.
The Thai cuisine,
Right.
yes.
And also I cannot add Thai cuisine, big one like this on that board. It's not enough to.
right, I guess what I'm asking, and I don't know what the cost
Oh, it have
is.
to be the new one, make the
Just
new
a
one.
new sign.
Lisa's asking, what about a whole new sign? Like,
Just a
get rid
new
of this
sign.
and start over.
Yeah. It's
Just so you can eliminate the little print that you have there that you really don't need, and then it just all looks like
Well, that
it
little print you
belongs.
can just peel off.
Yeah,
It's
that-
peeling off
that's
right
Okay.
now.
already.
It's
But
just a
just so it
decal.
doesn't look like you got, I
Yeah.
think, honestly, I think the best look would be to have one sign and just have it be the same material and have the letters all make sense and have it scaled appropriately. But I don't know what I'm talking about from a cost standpoint. If that's prohibitive, then I don't want to make it an issue.
I can't believe it could be that much more, because I would think they could reuse that Asiana garden, the lettering there, so I would
Oh,
hope they could.
reuse the Asiana garden, just do a different background.
different
Right,
background.
And
mount it
just-
on a
yeah.
new board with the addition of Thai cuisine and maybe frame it up just to.
Yes, that would look so much nicer.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm worried about, the two separate boards and you see.
I know it's hard to have
you know,
them,
just kind of pieced together there and, yeah.
It would be, I think, it would just be a very attractive look, and it, I think, would serve the business in the best way, just because it looks like it all was meant to be.
Yeah, that's your main
I know.
sign, I think. That one there is going to get the most visibility, so I think
Yes.
you'd want to spend the extra money to do that sign right.
Yes,
What-
we make a
what-
new one.
What's your
Just a
feelings,
new
Brian?
background. Use the same letters as the Asiana garden, and maybe scale down the Thai cuisine appropriately, however everybody feels is best, and just have it on the same background.
What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, ideally, that would, to start over would be the best. I don't know if it's
I
financial.
know if it's financially, if it's prohibitively expensive, I don't know. I like that, yeah. Oh, you mean, use what she
New
has
sign,
now, new sign,
float it
yes.
over.
I like that.
I don't know.
Brian has an idea for you.
What if you give your new sign a little bit of a border, make it smaller, and you offset it from the wall enough that it can kind of float over the other sign? You know what I mean? So you're covering up the old Thai cuisine with the new sign, and it's got kind of a oneness to the composition. I don't know.
Here's my
Just
one
an idea.
thing about that is you have to pull this off the wall then
Or
to
move
get
it
that,
over,
yeah, it's probably glued or something. I like that idea too.
Yeah, I think it's,
Is looking into doing a whole new sign something you don't want to consider? I mean, is it,
You know, the one I think I thought want to add,
Yep.
add the Thai cuisine in there. But if not, you know, we have to go do the whole thing, the big side.
I say we do it right, you know.
I think it would be nice to do
yeah.
it right, you know, to
Right,
to have it,
instead of patchwork.
instead of it look
Yeah,
like
maybe
patchwork.
cost me, not the- yes.
I don't know what would it cost you. We could ask a sign maker who's in the house.
And I have to do both sides, this one too, the one
This one, if, you know,
beside the building.
I tell you, this one, I can't see how you can put, even though I drew it for you, I can't see how you can add Thai cuisine and have it look good, because this one has this
Yeah.
wood frame around it. So, you know, if you're going to do the sign over, you could do two signs. Otherwise, I'd say, leave this sign as it is and don't put Thai cuisine on it. Because it just doesn't seem, I don't know if I have an original picture of that one. Well, this is one, but there's no way to attach the Thai cuisine sign and look like they're integrated, like they belong together. It just looks like a separate sign.
Yeah.
So on the West Wayne Avenue side, I would suggest just leave Asiana Garden,
Okay, no Thai cuisine.
no Thai cuisine, and and then just don't do anything to that sign. So you save your money on that side. And then on the Conestoga Road face,
Then, yeah.
do a new sign, reuse your Asiana Garden letters, and put those on a new panel that you could add Thai cuisine to.
and then you're really not allowed to have a third sign in that building.
You can have two.
Two.
Oh, yeah, I think.
You can't have three. You
I
can
might
have
have
two.
told you that you can't have that third sign, right? And did I?
No, just forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, yes. Uh-huh.
At first, I think she wanted to put a sign, if you're looking at the building on the right-hand side, to catch the west traffic on Conestoga Road, but actually, she's not allowed to have that, so she's allowed to have the front and the West Wayne Avenue side, so. Okay, so you're all right leaving the West Wayne Avenue sign the way it is? We're not going to change that,
Okay.
okay? And I think we're all in agreement that
We need a new sign.
we need a new sign that brings both Thai cuisine and the name of the restaurant together.
And, I mean, the big, this one look at the same side, and just wider and.
Yeah. The sign maker would have to take the letters off, a new panel, put the Asiatic Garden letters back on, and then affix Thai cuisine letters onto the same panel. So you get rid of this panel that you have now, the background, the board that the Asiatic Garden is sitting on, and we get a new board that can also hold Thai cuisine. So you don't have two separate pieces of wood with the words on it.
And, I mean, the wide, have to be wider than this one.
Can it be wide? No, you don't have any room.
No.
No.
Huh. I mean, you'd have to move your menu.
No, I mean, not the length,
Oh,
I mean, from the top to.
The
oh.
height would have to be a little
You,
bit.
you have to
higher.
add a little bit to the bottom to get Thai cuisine on there, yes. So you're going to need a new board behind there.
Do you want to make it a little higher than it is now? You want to bring that sign up a little bit? Is that what-
I have to look.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're going to take the Asiatic Garden letters, the words off the board, the next board, you could move Asiatic Garden up a little higher and then get Thai cuisine on the board. And I'd have the board extend down a little bit.
I hate to say this, but do we want the applicant to come back with a plan next month? I mean, she's got her neon in the window now.
Yes,
Advertising
Thai cuisine. Mm-hmm.
I'd probably feel a little more comfortable seeing at least one new drawing, if not a couple. Maybe incorporate Brian's idea into a sample also.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, how do you guys
I
feel
don't want to
about
make it a
that?
burden for you, but it's
Yeah.
kind of our job to make sure that it's going to look the way our signage code requires us to. So you can tell we all want to try to help you to get there, but I think
Yeah.
maybe we need to see it again, because it's a little vague right now.
And if they want to present a couple plans, you can do that. You can come up with a couple ideas, and we can look at them and,
I have to go back to talk with the designer,
okay.
the owner.
Is the sign, is he local?
No, I don't have no idea because my ex-partner.
Yes, he had it
His
made.
boss Anyway, he's really busy, I cannot keep in touch with him. That's why I have to go see, Asian company.
Mhm.
This one, I don't know where is it, I have to ask him.
Okay.
He
I
has
mean, Do you guys feel that way? We should ask the applicant to come back then. Okay. With some new plans and,
Mhm. I think we have to do that. 'cause-
yeah. And we need to be specific on the size of the sign, the letter heights, the overall size of the sign. So try to make it specific. Get all those measurements correct. Okay, it'll be a lot easier on us instead of kind of guessing at things, so, yeah. Right, you have your neon Thai cuisine sign in the window. I
Yes.
saw that, so that's going to help you out a little bit.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, Cindy, you want to make a motion then
Can I move that we table it or
Yeah.
continue it?
Yeah, continue.
In the matter of DRB 2013-30, Asiatic Garden Thai Cuisine, I move that we continue that until the next meeting when Mrs. Chai Wang will come back with a concrete design, with a design that can be implemented.
Okay,
Okay?
Okay.
Great.
thank you.
Okay. and we
Thank you.
Take a second on that, too.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, you bet. All right, next is DRB 2013-33, the application of PNC Bank at 550 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a ground sign. Hello again.
Hi, how you
Hi,
doing?
good, how are you?
Good,
That's good. Met you last month. Sorry I didn't remember you earlier tonight, but
that's all right.
Good to have you
See a
here.
lot of people every month.
Yeah. Okay, and Tony, this is down at the, formerly the Gennardi Center, now Microsoft and Giant, and they were in last month for approvals, and, all right. Okay.
How you doing?
Good.
My name's Virginia Berger. I'm with Philadelphia Sign, and I'm representing PNC Bank at 550 Lancaster Avenue. It's St. David's Shopping Center. They have 2 entrances when you're on the Lancaster Avenue for entering this complex. And as you're driving down Lancaster Avenue from Devon, the first sign that we'd come upon is the sign that we're interested in just changing the face on. It's going to be exactly the same as the rest of the copy, and it's going to take the place of where the cleaners would be.
So same color, just your
Same
logo.
color and everything. It's just going to say PNC Bank.
And you're only going to do the one
Just
monument
the one.
sign? Just the one?
Just the one at the
Okay.
far end
Okay.
of Lancaster Avenue.
Okay. And how about, I think there's a directional sign within the property that's going to stay like it is, you're not going to change any of that?
Not touching anyone else's.
Okay. I mean, you guys certainly have good visibility there.
Yes,
so,
yes.
yeah, better than
They
everybody
just
else,
feel
so.
they needed that
Yeah.
at that one corner.
Okay. It's pretty easy. Any questions on that, or Lisa, you want to take that?
In the order of DRB-2013-33 PNC Bank at 550 East Lancaster Avenue, I move that we approve the sign as submitted tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. So here's a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It was easier tonight than last month, huh?
Yo.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, thanks for coming back. Okay, you bet.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, next is DRB 2013-34, the application of Opal Designs at 7 Luella Court in Wayne, and this is the Wayne Business Overlay District for one wall sign. Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
How you doing? Okay, so it's a new business in Wayne. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the business you're opening up?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I've been a longtime stylist on the main line, and after chasing fame for several years, I decided Wayne is the place to be. It's young, professional, and up and coming. Luella Court, as you all are aware of, the Luella House is about to open, and I spent the last several months turning a raw space into quite a beautiful salon. And the sign, I'm nervous, I'm sorry. The sign that Dennis designed for me would be the crowning glory of my business. Be very visible from 30, which seems to be a problem because Luella Court is a quick right. If you miss it, they go to Luella Ave, and they're, where am I?
Yeah.
Wanted it to be simple, direct. I don't know what else to say to you guys. I'm just thankful that you take the time to listen to me. And if you would stop by, not that I'm soliciting, come in and get your hair done.
You should. This is your opportunity. This is your commercial.
This is my commercial. Well, I've been the best of the main line for the last 3 years. Radnor Patch just did a nice story on us for this past Tuesday.
Saw that.
And I am offering the township and first EMT and first, not offenders, but first responders, and the township and board members a discount to come in and experience my space. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm just really looking forward to.
I think it's a great spot.
I do
really
too.
do. It's just been,
We're right next to the creperie, which, we're bringing the visibility up of that courtyard. And I couldn't be thrilled to be a part of the Wayne business community because there's a real new, hip, younger vibe coming into Wayne now that, I'm meeting a little bit of resistance, but, I'm hoping that with more work in the community and more work with the association that we can make some inroads and really bring, Wayne is just, I love Wayne. I think it's a great little town, and I'm looking to be a part of the community.
It's a great town to have a business.
It
I
is.
think you'll
It
like
very much
yeah.
is.
Are
And
you men's and women's both?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good.
We do about 30% men and 70% women. I've got a small staff. It's a small environment because we wanted to keep it more boutique and high-end. We didn't want to feel like a factory. You look very familiar to me. I may have seen you in a salon. But I put my heart and soul in this space, and the space is I think, beautiful.
Great.
And
You didn't
all I
tell
can
us who
add-
you are, though. What's your name?
My name is Joseph Ferrer. I'm sorry.
Great.
And I invite all of you to come in. Even you, Anthony, come on, I can hook you up.
He must be in the Wayne Chamber of Commerce.
Well, you know, I believe in Wayne. I mean, I see a real upward movement to the new businesses that are coming in. They're boutique-y, and they are definitely higher end. And I see that as the vision for Wayne because, I mean, I've lived all over the country.
Okay.
And this reminds me of Sausalito. I mean, I live in San Francisco, and it's just got this great little vibe. And I really am very excited to be a
Great.
part of it.
Great.
Oh, good. Well, you're going to love it. You're going to have great, be very
Yeah.
successful, I'm
Thank
sure.
you, Cynthia.
Okay,
Let's
great.
look at your
appreciate
sign. We should look at the sign then.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Lots of luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so for his identification and everything there, he has a small bracket and a projecting sign now, but we just turned it vertical here. This would be a 3/4 inch thick PVC sign that we would spray paint black, the background, and then we would apply that subtle gray hair swirl vinyl onto that. This is a double-sided sign, so it can be seen from that new building or renovated building back there. And then to make the sign better and a little more ornate, we're cutting out 3/4 inch thick PVC letters in this type style. The opal is 10-inch high letters, and designs are 7 3/4 inch condensed letters. So they would be attached to the background on each side. And then the sign would be fastened to ornamental brackets, top and bottom, that we would bolt to the wall. So it only protrudes out off the wall, the brackets like 26 inches, and the sign's 20 inches. Overall, it's just 20 inches by 6 foot high. He has a 20-foot frontage there.
All right. Dennis, there's a problem with this because you're in the Wayne Business Overlay District, and there's some strict rules about projecting signs
Okay.
within the Wayne Business Overlay District. And basically, you're way too big, according to code. So,
What size?
well,
excuse
you're,
me? What is this?
basically, it looks like you can only go as high as 3 feet, as large as 3 feet. And square footage maximum is 4 square feet. So you're just too large, you know. Until recently, you weren't allowed to have any projecting signs in town, and that's something that they added a couple years ago when they added a Wayne Business Overlay District.
Okay.
But they weren't put into the code to take the place of wall signs. They were just almost as a little add-on sign for businesses.
Okay.
And like I said, it's just too large.
So 4 square.
Unfortunately, yeah.
4 square feet. So,
The vertical is only 36 inches, is that right? In the code? What is,
Well,
in your book, it says?
it's,
All
right, here we go. All right. No projecting signs shall be lower than 9 feet above grade or higher than 12 feet above grade. So not lower than 12 or higher, or excuse me, not, lower than 9 or higher than 12. So that only gives you 3
3
foot.
feet.
Okay? Now, let's see here. No projecting sign may be larger than 4 square feet. And the sign shall not be wider than 30 inches and should not be less than 12 inches wide.
so we're like stuck with a flat wall sign there.
What about an awning?
You still wouldn't be able to see it from 30.
I'm just wondering how far out an awning is allowed to project, if there could be some kind of a, or are you not allowed to have anything on the side of an awning?
Well, you could.
Only on the fascia, the vertical.
I don't know if we've allowed anything.
Yeah,
Did we have
we've allowed a
one
couple.
company?
Yeah,
Yes,
we've
that
had a
had
couple, I
one something
think.
aside.
We've done it on the side.
Can you do, you can only have one, you can't have a projecting sign and a wall sign, can you?
Yeah,
Trying to think-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. You can have both, but you have to, again,
Yes.
that
But
projecting
you still have
sign's
to
gotta
stick
be
with the
small.
projecting sign limits, but you could do a nice wall sign also, which,
How about a pole sign?
Well,
well, there you go.
okay, you said the magic word. Actually, the neighbor up there, and I'm trying to think who it is, they're maybe
The
one or two
creperie.
stores. No, actually down,
Oh,
closer
okay.
to the highway. I mean, many years ago, I don't know, Tony,
Does Deconstructed Living have a pole sign?
they may have a freestanding, but it was somebody on Luella,
I know the Creperie has a pole sign.
yeah,
The fifth,
yeah.
How
Well,
about this, if we, there's like a 2x4.
yeah, that's,
If we extended that up and had a sign.
well, we did that, Dennis, and I don't know if Tony was on the board at the time. I think Mac McCoy was chairman when we did this. Somebody came in and we actually let them mount a pole directly to the building, but it has to look, it just can't be an old wooden board over there. It has to look like it belongs.
Right, well, we would do something ornamental.
Right, so an ornamental pole attached to the building,
Right,
and then we can call it a pole sign,
okay.
which will give you more square footage than the so-called projecting sign.
Then so the only difference would be, is I would attach a pole going up here, and then we'd have the 20 by inch.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure that the measurements on that it fits within the pole sign requirements.
So
Right,
pole
but
sign
it's
height
only
is,
10 square feet, it's well
Yeah.
below that.
Bill, I mean, is that okay with you? This was done probably 10 years ago as a way to give somebody on Luella Court more exposure at the time
Yeah, the ordinance looks like it says 25 square feet.
for the pole
For a
sign.
pole sign.
For a
Yeah,
pole sign.
and there's a height
Yeah.
of, what, the 15
Yeah,
foot
15
max?
feet, yeah,
Yeah,
above mean grade, yeah.
so I mean, it's a
And-
way of getting around the code a little bit. And,
So what we would do is keep the.
keep the design.
Ornamental posts that extend out, and then I would just add a black ornamental post that would go up the wall, and everything would look the same there.
from grade,
Yes.
straight
That's
up.
right, from
Yeah.
grade, right.
I mean, is the landlord going to be all right with that? Okay.
I think that's a good,
I mean, that's, like
it's
I
a
said,
good
we-
answer.
We did that 10 years
Yeah.
ago, and
I
that
mean,
was,
it's more expensive, but you'll still get the better exposure that way and everything.
okay.
Right, yeah.
Brian, what do you think of that?
What he's
Yeah, I think it
thinking.
sounds like a great solution, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of pole would you suggest? I mean,
Well, I mean, I can do like a fluted half-round pole against the wall and have it come out. We can do some things that really look neat that'll go along with those posts.
That's what I would want to see, is a half round, so it looks
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
so
I
it's
think
up
so,
flush
too.
against the building.
It might match the little post here, the brackets that come out, maybe something.
Yeah.
I mean, I do
like
street signs like that and everything. What we could do is like cut it in half and mount it against the wall, and it'll look like it's supposed to be that way and everything.
And so it will be like this, instead of looking like it's mounted on the wall, you'll have both of these projecting pieces, right?
Coming out from-
Attached
To that vertical
the
piece.
vertical, yes.
that. Okay.
You're good with that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Yes.
said, it's,
How are you gonna mount that half-column pilaster? Is it gonna be kind of like a metal
Well,
strap?
What we'll
or-
probably do is have something go through it, mount top and bottom, bolt it real good with lag bolts and shields. And then like, at the top of it, we'll probably put like a half finial. That might be like a acorn shape or something like that. That's all black like that as well, so it'll look very nice that way.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, the bracket will probably be exposed a little bit there, but we'll touch it up, to paint it black so it blends in at the bottom.
Well, in any case, you have to come back, right?
Why?
Oh, no?
well,
I don't think you'd have to
yeah,
come
I think
back.
you'll
Right.
definitely have to submit a new plan.
Yeah,
with the
I'll give a
township.
new plan, but
Yeah.
it'll be nice
Yeah.
and decorative and
Right,
everything.
the sign's going to be the same.
Yes.
The only change will be the pole, basically.
Fine with me.
Yeah. Now, what do you think that sign is now from grade, height-wise? It's got to be no higher than 15 feet.
Oh, no, it isn't. See, there's a little bracket that sticks out there, right there. I was figuring the bottom of the sign being there.
Okay, well, as long as it's not higher than
Going up
15.
6 feet from there.
Okay,
Okay.
So that storefront, is about 9 or 10 feet there.
okay.
So we would make sure that the bottom of the sign is out of harm's way and everything, and above that storefront window.
All right,
And it can't be higher than 15 feet.
Okay.
Isn't that right?
yes,
Okay, good. Good, making these rules up as I go along. I don't know there's
yeah.
And over a 6-foot span of PVC, you don't need any kind of and you'd know better than me, like a stiffener?
There'll be U-channels on the sides of it made out of aluminum, so it won't buckle over time. We use PVC now all the time instead of the exterior marine plywood because of the plies go bad, and no matter how good you fill the holes and sand it and paint it, 4 or 5 years, they're spreading open and everything with the hot and cold weather. So if we use the PVC with the U-channel on the sides, everything works out well. And you don't even see that because those brackets are painted black, just like the background.
I like the logo.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, it's very,
Then you say non-illuminated PVC sign
Right.
in your contract here,
Right.
but it looks like there's a couple spots. Are they just more security for downlighting, or?
They were existing.
I'm sorry, can you go to the mic, please?
Yeah, those lights
There's-
work.
They're just existing
Okay,
lights.
so you don't intend
I
to
don't have-
illuminate your sign
No.
with those?
No,
Okay,
sir.
all right. Okay.
is your business in this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Where the Tuxedo Junction?
ma'am.
Got it.
Where the wall was before.
Oh, Luella was there for brief, yeah, that's
Right.
right, I forgot that, yeah. Well, that's a nice space, I like that.
Please come in.
You're not looking at my hair and saying that, are you? I knew I should have done something before.
All right, any other questions, comments? I mean, you guys all right with that?
Good.
Like I say, it's working around the code a little bit, but we've done it there before, and it's worked out pretty well, so,
I think it's appropriate.
yeah.
I think it'll look cool too. You might want to do that.
I think it'll
Some
look great,
other
it'll look great,
places.
yep.
Well, that's just a.
You'll be our
that-
prototype.
That Luella
Right.
Court's just a tough spot,
Yeah.
You don't get much visibility there. You must need that projecting type sign or, so pole-mounted sign. So any questions for us, Dennis? You all right?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Who would like to make the motion? Brian?
In the matter of DRB 2013-34, Opal Designs for a wall-mounted sign with the recommendation that they change it to a pole-mounted sign, the pole being a half-round design mounted to the side of the building, not to exceed 15 feet in height. Am I approving it?
Yeah,
You're making a motion for approval?
yes,
Mhm.
just one thing.
Yeah.
It may be on there already, but if not, can you make sure your address is somewhere on the building? Okay, just to make sure. And Dennis, you're going to resubmit plans with the township, right?
Yeah, for the poll. and
For the poll,
everything. I'll
okay.
put that in there.
Okay, good. Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you very
Good
much.
luck to you.
Yeah, good
Okay.
luck.
Thanks for working on it.
No, no problem, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you bet. All right, next is DRB 2013-35, the application of Tabar at 239A Conestoga Road in Wayne for wall sign, freestanding sign, and 3 window signs. Good evening. How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's good. Okay, so another new business in town.
Correct.
Okay, why don't you tell us who you are, and you can tell us a
Sure.
little bit about your business.
I'm Christina LeClaire, and it's a monogramming gift shop on
Okay.
Conestoga Road.
Does everybody know where this is?
No.
Across from Conestoga Nursery, across
Oh.
from...
Yeah, I know
You
where
should
it
know
is.
that, yeah.
A new neighbor.
And
Great.
the signage is just adding the name of the store on the previous sign that's there and on the windows.
Okay. Well, there's a little history with this location.
It's been busy.
Yeah, and I think
What
it was...
was there before, Bob?
I'm sorry?
What was there before?
Well, Keith Martin, I think, acquired that property some time ago. And my understanding is, I think Mac, again, was chairman at the time, and Tony, you may have been on the board at the time, I don't know if you remember or not, but I think the agreement was that all the colors and all the signage be consistent. And I think it was kind of an oral agreement back then, of course, different administration now, that as long as the new tenants came in and kept with the same color scheme and everything, they wouldn't have to come before design review. So things, I guess, kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. As you could see, I believe it's a salon evidently came in and, didn't carry on the green colors and went with that kind of bluish color and went with the white color on the pole sign and out to bars in with white signage. So I know your signs have already been up and mounted,
Yes.
right? The vinyl's in the window and the other two signs are up, so.
And the gifts are ready to go.
I mean, I think the signs look good, but it would be nice probably to get back to the original intent of that group of 5 or 6 stores and doctor's offices.
They should
and
look
stuff.
unified,
Yeah, but,
not,
I spoke with Bill a little bit about this, and we said that maybe in the future, we just need to put our foot down and make sure that everybody that comes in goes back to the green color and tries to stay consistent with the original game plan years ago.
Or everyone goes to white with green,
Well, whatever.
since
Yeah.
Tibar's the newest business.
Right. So I don't know how you
I
guys
just,
feel.
I agree with you.
That's-
I mean,
Yeah.
we're kind of stuck.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's kind of-
there's a
that's my
chiropractor
understanding.
that's newer.
I'm
Is
sorry.
chiropractor that's newer?
Yeah, his sign's not on this photo because he's so new.
Oh, so he hasn't put a sign, is there space for his sign?
I think he's already added his sign. I'm not sure where it is. I
What-
guess it's on the bottom.
Of course he has.
Wait, which guy's this?
There's a chiropractor below my space.
Below the Pennsylvania School of Classical Ballet?
No.
Is the
his-
ballet?
His store is actually below.
But is he
Downstairs.
taking he's going to have a sign
Yes.
here, like below where
Probably. I would
Dr. Hill
assume
is?
so, yeah. I think it's already up.
Oh,
Okay,
check it out.
we'll ask Bill to look into that. Okay. Potential chiropractor in that location?
Yeah, I've made a notation of that.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Great. All right, so, okay, I mean, like I say,
Well,
what's kind of done
yeah.
is done,
It's water under the dam or whatever, I mean.
Exactly,
The
but-
sign is nice, the logo is nice.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that we've drifted away from the intent that was established years ago,
Right,
but duly noted
Yes.
as we move forward.
right. And like I said, that was my understanding, talking with Keith a little bit, the property owner, that was an agreement, I guess him and Mac reached years ago with the board at the
When
time.
did you talk to Keith?
I
mean, recently?
Within the last 2 months, about
Yeah.
this, yeah, because he gave me a call and he asked me about that.
Bob,
Yes,
I can make mention of that to him,
okay,
stop and see him or else give him a phone call.
yeah, that'd be great,
All right?
that'd be great, so we know moving forward.
Yeah, that way he'll know what the board's decision was tonight if he's not
Exactly.
watching.
Exactly. Okay, all right, well, let's look at the signs individually. Why don't we start with the window signage? And again, that's the 20% rule in that location. 20% rule in that location. The window signage can't be more than 20% of available window space. So, and that's already up, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So your windows is not gray, it's, I mean,
That's a shade that's pulled down.
oh, okay, all right, you just have the stencil on there, or the, okay,
Yeah, it's vinyl lettering.
vinyl lettering.
I mean, if you look at the overall sign, it's probably bigger than 20%, but if you square everything off, I think
Yeah,
we're
if you
good.
cut away all the,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
open space.
Right,
Well, we've done that in the past, where we
Exactly.
started, removing and going, okay,
yeah.
do our little geometry and say, okay, it's-
Mhm.
I'm sure it fits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that too, so.
So I like it, I think the
Okay.
design is nice.
All right, so window signs are good. How about if we look at that wall mounted sign? And they're at the bottom there, the bottom panel of 5.
Oh, it's a nice
Oh,
design.
Yeah, it is a nice design, yeah. Yeah, looks all right.
Did you,
guys all right
I'm
with
just curious, did you consider the reverse, having your, the green is the background and your business name reverse out to the white?
I just assumed, well, I did bring that up actually to the people who did the signage, and they just said, well, you want to be noticeable, so it needs to be white.
Yeah, and you are, yes.
Okay. All right, so we're all right with that? As far as aesthetics? Not so much the color, but aesthetics? Okay.
Yes.
All right, and the ground sign? Looks like the same thing?
Same thing to me, I feel the same, I mean.
Yeah. There is one problem, and hopefully your sign guy can come back to correct it.
Okay.
In our code, the brackets cannot be shown, and when he attached the brackets on that freestanding sign, they're like
Okay.
big metal plates that are
Sure.
exposed.
Okay.
And if you look at, I think everybody, but maybe one other, you can't see any brackets. They can hide the brackets and mount it in such a way where you don't see anything.
Are you talking about the building sign or
The freestanding ground sign, the one that sits by itself.
You
You
can see it?
can't see it in your photograph there.
Oh, you went
but I
over,
think
you looked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're large metal brackets.
Oh, yeah,
Just,
they
you
have
know,
to be hidden.
Yeah. So it can be done, and it's been done in that location. So we would want you to call up your sign manufacturer, and, you know, he needs to accept some responsibility too, because it's in our code.
Okay.
And if he's doing work in Radnor, he ought to know the code, or if he doesn't, he ought to look into it, so I would say, have him come back and do it right, because if he does it wrong, the next guy's gonna do it wrong, and then,
That's two paper dolls.
right,
Yeah.
right. So we'll put that into motion, to have that fella come back from wherever he did it, Sonorama, and have him mount it correctly, so other than that, what other questions, comments?
No, it's a nice design. How long have you been
Brian,
there?
all right?
Yeah, no, it looks fine.
Couple of months? You know, we always tell people this is your opportunity for your, you know, few minutes of fame if you want to give a little plug for your business, no?
Okay. All right. Okay, Cindy, you want to make a
Sure.
motion?
In the matter of DRB 2013-35, I move that we accept the window signage, the freestanding sign, and the, what do you call this sign?
Wall sign.
And the wall sign, oh, it's a wall sign?
Yes.
And the wall sign as presented by Tibar.
And we'll mention about the brackets.
Yes, excuse me. And with the stipulation that the sign maker come back and adjust those brackets so they're not visible.
Yeah, and he should also correct the wall sign, because he just bolted into the wall.
Okay.
And maybe it's just a matter of buying some ornamental detachment to hide those bolts.
Okay.
But again, they should be hidden fasteners, and, yeah, so that should be pretty easy. You could probably do that yourself, so.
Great.
Okay. Do we hear a
Okay.
second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any questions for us? You're all right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
Lots of luck. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is DRB 2013-36, the application of Verizon Wireless at 800 East Lancaster Avenue in Villanova for antenna replacements, and it doesn't look like they're here. So we will have a continuation till next month for Verizon Wireless. And, is that all right, Peggy? I didn't see him.
If they're not present, do we not have to deny if they're not present? Is that part of the application? They have to be present or it would be not denied?
You know, we haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
I know we discussed that, actually, was it last week or 2 weeks ago with Chipotle about
Right.
their outdoor dining, and I thought, to me, I'm not sure that's really,
Okay.
we should, I don't know, I don't feel like we should deny. Is that a practice that has gone on here for some time?
I believe it says on the applications will not be reviewed without applicant's presence at the meeting. Failure to appear shall result in denial of application.
Huh.
I think that is part of the application. They're aware of that, so they have to resubmit.
So they have to resubmit, which means they have to pay over again?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so Verizon Wireless application is being denied, 2013-36, being denied at this point. They're not here tonight.
Mhm.
Okay. All right,
Thank you, Peggy.
thanks, yeah. And last on the agenda is DRB 2013-37, the application of Club La Maison at 215 Sugartown Road in Wayne for a freestanding sign. Step right up, thanks for being so patient. Yeah.
Sorry, got to come back next month.
Yeah, really. Ward Hamilton, I'm the general manager of Club La Maison.
Okay.
And in the last meeting, I wasn't aware that they had an addition to the sign, so I was requested to come back with an application to add to that sign.
I believe this sign came in 2011, and it was approved, but it was not approved for the bounce back on the bottom, so that's what the gentleman's here for.
The code stipulates that anybody additional on the sign has to be a user. Bounce back is in the building, the user. So they're lease space from us, and as it turns out, there's common ownership between bounce back and the actual building and businesses in the building. So the bounce back sign, the letters in the bounce back are at the largest point are 3.5 inches high, and the physical therapy are 2 inches. And the logo there is from the very top to the bottom is 12 inches.
And the original sign was internally illuminated.
Correct.
So basically, you made it, mounted it on the base, so you added a little, you added some
Along the way,
lighting.
they added that as well.
Yeah, okay, so they added a spot.
Are there Christmas lights or something going on this sign?
Yes, there are. I put those up this year. I can take them back down if you like. They're not kept on all year long. They're just.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking.
We just spent so much time putting them up.
I understand. I have something in my house I just keep lit all the time, not taking those down anymore. I've had it. Well, it's a nice little sign.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah,
That's great.
It fits right in there, yeah. So, and that's just basically a vinyl application, but it looks like it's held up well since you put it up.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Questions, comments?
Looks fine.
Looks fine?
Looks good.
Brian, want to make a motion? We'll wrap things up tonight.
In the matter of DRB 2013-37, for the addition of a logo on the freestanding sign at Club Masson, I move that we, Club Les Massons, I move that we approve it as submitted.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Yay.
Okay, thanks
Now,
for coming back.
You asked for a few materials for the project.
Yes,
I brought those with me. Would you like to see those?
sure, why not, as long as you're here,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Tony, just because you weren't here last month, Club Les Zone's going to do some facade renovations and design changes to the outside of the building. So this gentleman was in last month, and we're going to take a look at just some of the materials and everything. We, if I remember right, we approved the facade changes, and we just want to check out the materials. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was it. Here, I'm right, okay.
That was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're good, you're organized. What about doing an Excel sheet?
I'm very impressed with that because I'm so bad at it.
So your question was about the lighting?
Yeah, I remember we did have a,
These little
you were going to bring some cuts. and-
Right. So we use these little sconces for the outdoor lighting. And this is a split face block. I have a sample of this, or several samples if you'd like to see it. This is the standing seam of the canopy. And what else have I got? I think that's about it.
What's the time frame on this project? Oh, sorry. Can't believe I asked that.
Changes every day, yeah, it's.
Just, you know, roughly.
Roughly, well, theoretically, we were to begin this month. But there, been a number of adjustments to the plans just to try to get it within budget, which is having a hard time doing it at this point. But, so the plan is to start as soon as we can, as soon as we get, our final submittals and everything in order. And so start probably hopefully in June and finish in October.
That's great.
Bigger
It's a big
project.
undertaking.
It's a big undertaking. We've got, fully handicap accessible, ADA compliant, and we're gonna have to put in sprinkler systems or fire suppression. It's just, it's a large undertaking to redo the whole project, but it'll be beautiful when we're done.
Great.
Any questions?
Yeah. Did you actually bring materials?
I did.
Yeah, good. Are plans moving along pretty well, though?
Yes.
Oh, they are, okay.
Several of those, and also got, you asked for, the other thing you asked for was the materials we're going to use for the canopy. So I think this is the lucky winner.
It's cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Amongst all those.
That was around, there was a couple canopies, right? Maybe one around the back door?
Yeah, it's a continuous canopy.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was all around,
Mhm.
around the building.
It's going to look great.
I don't know if you can see this very well, it's not going to be very, very evident here in this one, but this is not going to be large enough. But the canopy is on the west side of the building here, and it's also shows up on the back side, which is the south side of the building
Good.
as well.
Great.
You
Good.
can blow that up a little bit. Any questions?
Well, thanks for bringing this
No,
up.
thank you for
The
showing us.
designs look great.
Brian, look
Okay.
all right? Materials? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, thank you. Thanks for
already-
coming back.
We did a motion and everything,
Yeah.
right? Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah.
I just want to see these materials.
Great. Okay, good.
You can still come back next month if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'm getting used to it now. I'm in my way.
All right, great. All right, is there any other business for our board tonight? Should we entertain a motion?
Yeah,
Okay,
I move that we adjourn.
great. Okay, thanks.
So moved.